Hello again, and welcome back to part 2 of Perfect Drums by Naughty Seal Audio. Hi. All right. So, in the last video, I left off showing you the Ludwig kit. Now I have the Pearl kit loaded. And it's the reference maple. The kick is the 22 by 18. Nice. Snare is the Joey Jordison steel snare. I believe you can actually buy this snare. I don't know if I don't know how many of them were made, but I did actually see one at the Guitar Center. And I think it was like $850 or some shit like that. But may he rest in peace. Well, that was a goddamn Greek tragedy, the way he died. Anyway, he's in a better place. So, more power to you there, Joey. All right. So moving on to the toms, we have the black reference maple. It's the 10-inch, 13-inch, and the 18. That's interesting. Or unless they have the measurements reversed. Is it a 16 or an 18? That's strange. Yeah, 10, 13, and 18. Strange. Let's get the other foot on here. Better. All right, now moving on to the hi-hat. The Meinl by Sans Brilliance Fast. Like I said, I pretty much left the cymbal configuration with all the rest of the kits, so they're kind of the same. Is that the closed tip? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay. Because in other drum plugins, the closed tip is a lot more chippy. You know, it's a lot more crisp instead of splashy. I went over that in the last video. Personal preference. Ride is the 20-inch Bell Blast Ride. Yeah, that's nice. Crashes. Zildjian A, once again. 16-inch. Zildjian K Thin Crash. And do I have a third crash? Oh yeah, the Meinl Classic Custom Trash. Yeah, I like that. That kind of trash I like. The other one that just sounds like a tin can, like this is nice. Beautiful. And I believe that's it. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's the Pearl kit. So let's move on to the next. Okay. Now this is the Slingerland kit. And the kick is the 20 by 14 vintage maple. I like the reverb. But I like it dry as well. Nice. I'm not sure if there is. Yeah, okay. The Slingerland Artist Classic Maple. That has kind of like a strange buzz to it. Paradiddles are getting a little better. Okay, and the Toms, vintage maple, 10-inch, 12-inch, and 16. 10, 12, 16. Coolio Fucko. Hi-hat. Oh, it's the Zildjian K, 14-inch. See, that's a little more chippy. By the way, I'd like to know which do you feel more comfortable with? Heel up or heel down with the kick? Because when I was messing around with this, I mean, it's the module. I mean, I have two pedals, but when I was messing around with a double kick set in, I think it was Easy Drummer, I was doing some 16th note triplets with the heel down. And I thought, wow, this is a little tedious. But then I switched to heel up, and I thought, not only is this more comfortable, but it's a lot quicker. I don't know. There's a debate that goes on with that between heel up and heel down. I don't know. But I found it easier and more comfortable to play double kick or just kick with the heel up. So, hi-hat. Okay, that was the Zildjian K. Ride. The Meinl Soundcaster Custom 22-inch. That's a little twangy for my taste, but it sounds pretty nice. A lot of overring with that one. Meinl. Okay, do I have a bell? No, it's a Splash. Okay. I think I did create one kit with the bell, and I think it was this one, but we'll get to that later. Crash 1. $16-inch Zildjian A custom. Crash 2. 18-inch. And I'm not sure if I did a China or a splash on this one. Oh, I had the stack, huh? No. It was the Splash 2. Yeah, that 10-inch Paiste signature reflector. Again, I'm playing the kick with my left foot because I'm trying to, yeah. Okay. So, what are the kit pieces? Symbols. All right. So that was the Slingerland kit. All right. This is the Sonar kit with the ProLite Maple 22-inch by 17.5 kick. Snare, the Artist Series Maple 14-inch by 6-inch. That was some double stroke action. I haven't played a double stroke roll like that fast in a long time. All right. Should be any day now, folks. My brand new Yamaha Tour Custom Maple Chocolate Satin. Still waiting. Well, it's Sunday. They're closed right now, but I have a feeling I'm getting a call tomorrow or Tuesday. Greg, I got your kit. We're going to deliver it. And I'm taking the rest of the fucking day off from work and saying, Mark, sorry, but got to be home. My drums are being delivered. He'll be cool with that, though. He's a good boss. Good guy. All right, so that was the Artist Series Maple. Let's go to the Toms. ProLite Maple. 10-inch, 12-inch, and 16-inch. That has more of like a cannon-y type sound. Cymbals, hi-hat. Like I said, same thing. Oh, it's a Zildjian K. Zildjian K Custom 20-inch ride. That is a more higher pitch bell, which I like. Fucking A, Bubba. Crash. Oh, I think I used the Sabians. Yeah. All right. So that's a 16-inch HH Dark Crash. 18-inch K Thin Crash. Yeah, I like those. And what did I do with the third? A Peisty. Did I really do that? Okay, I guess the reason why is because there was no Sabians for the third crash. Yeah, see, I like more of a more of a shimmering crash instead of a dark crash. You know, let's try this one. See, like that. That's kind of dark. Soundcaster Fusion. Not too much sustain, but I like the sound. Let's check out some of the Chinas here. Oh, look, see? That's grayed out. But it's not grayed out on the mixer. I have no idea. Did I show you some of the China types? I think I did. All right, I think I'll have to remap that, I guess. I like that. All right, so that was the sonar kit. Moving on. All right. So this is the Tama Star Classic Bubinga. I'm not sure if this is Tama surrounded. No. There is only one Tama, and it's the Lars Ulrich. It's such a problem saying his name. Lars Ulrich. You sprain your fucking tongue trying to say his name. That's the Ulrich steel 14-inch by 16... No, 14-inch by 6.5. What a pisser. Drums are such a great fucking instrument, man. They're just so goddamn fucking fun. All right, so we have the Star Classic Bubinga 10-inch and the 12-inch and the 16-inch. So I guess that is like today's standard, 10, 12, 16. But you know what? I don't give a shit. I want a 13, so I bought one. These sound a little more dead, do they not? I mean, they sound good, but... Does the tone sound off? It does, right? Yeah. Something sounds very strange there. And I didn't touch anything. I didn't try to tune anything or tune anything down, or I didn't fuck with any of the toms. But that sounds kind of strange. It sounds off. All right, the hi-hat is the 14-inch Meinl Byzance Dark Spectrum. See, that time I was playing heel down. I don't know. Force of habit, I guess. Ride? Paiste Formula 602 Modern. That's got a nice bell to it. Bitch. Do I have a bell? No. I don't think I do. Soundcaster Custom, you heard this? So the cymbal configuration wasn't exactly the same. Byzance Traditional. And I have a China on this one. So I have the two crashes and... Which China? The Oriental Trash. Zildjian. Okay. All right. So that was the Tama. That was the first kit I ever got, by the way. I think I was 16 or 17. My father bought it for me for Christmas. It was a Tama Royal Star. Cherry wine mahogany wood. 12 and 13 inch mounted tom and a 16-inch floor. With, I think, a 5.5 or 6-inch brass snare or aluminum snare. I know it wasn't wood because it was like a starter kit, sort of. But the lugs on that kit looked like today's DW lugs. You know, like the first time I saw Stop by Jane's Addiction, that live footage, I looked at his kit, and it looked exactly like the lugs that I had on the Royal Star. I'm like, holy shit, is he playing a Royal Star? I'm like, oh shit, it's a DW. What the fuck do you know about that? DW. Wow. For those of you out there who own a DW kit, I salute you. Very nice kits. However, Yamaha is just as good, which is the last kit. This is the Yamaha Maple Custom, ironically enough. Isn't that fucking funny? Yeah. Yeah. Now, I don't think there is a Yamaha snare, which is kind of weird. See, this is what I was talking about in my other video when I was doing a video on Drum Forge. They really should have a related piece for every kit, like a full Tama, full Yamaha, you know. So I had to substitute it with the Pearl Joey Jordison, which you already heard. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Yeah, so there's no Yamaha snare, which is kind of a drag. Tom's 10-inch, 12-inch, and 16-inch. Okay, so we have another 10, 12, 16. But you see, that sounds better. That sounds like it should. Yeah, that does sound better. You know, the Tama kit, it sounded weird and kind of stupid in a way. Now, the cymbals sound kind of weird. That's the Dark Spectrum again, right? You heard that. Can I switch that out? Yes. Why couldn't I do that with the other cymbals? What I was saying about crisp, but the weird thing is that it's dark crisp. That, I like that. That's nice and crisp. Dig it. Okay, so let's go to the crashes. All right, that's the A 14-inch A series Zildjian. And Is Crash 1 and Crash 2 the same? Oh, okay, that's the fast Crash. Crash 2 is the A custom. Okay. But they're both 14 inches. Peisty Power Crash. Let's go back to Crash 1. Let's try this Peisty. That sounds better. Okay, and I do have the bell. So I did have this thing on one kit. That sounds really cool. Nice ring on that shit too, huh? All right. So that's all the kits that I created. However, in the last video, I did say that I wanted to create a kit from scratch, or at least create a kit with the SJC kick and the snare, and I'll show you how to map. All right, so I'm going to click here and clear the drum kit. And this is also what I was telling you about in the last video. When you clear the drum kit, okay, it gets sticky. Like I can't. Oh, wait. Yeah. See, it goes back to the cymbals, but it should be on the kicks. See, I'm trying to get to the kick here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to global mapping and clear the drum map. See? And as soon as I did that, now I can mess around with the kicks and I can resume without any bullshit. Okay, so here's how it goes. Let's select the SJC, which I haven't featured yet. Okay, and I'll go to the Learn button right here. Okay, I'll click. Well, let's make sure this is all clear. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm going to click L, press down on my right pedal, and it went right to G1. Now I'm going to go to global mappings. This is what I mean. It's a little one extra step, and it is a little tricky. Click L on the global mapping, press down on my pedal again, and now the kick is mapped to my right pedal. All right, so that's the SJC Providence Maple 22 inch by 18 inch. Okay, so let's move on to the snare, and we'll select Trey Cool's SJC 14 inch by 5.5 inch snare, which is not mapped. So let's go to center. Okay, went to C1. Now it should be mapped. Ooh, I like that. Cool. All right, so there's the kick and the snare. Now, there are no SJC toms, unfortunately. See, this is what I'm talking about. They should have SJC toms, for Christ's sake. So, Well, I really don't have a choice here. So I guess eeny, meeny, miny, mo. All right, just for argument's sake, I'll select the DW. Okay. Click L. Hit the pad. Global mapping. L. A1. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Okay. Well, for some reason, this program was giving me all sorts of bullshit. I just could not map Tom1 to the pad that I wanted it to map to. But I did a little fucking around, and now I have the kick, which is the SJC, and the snare. I love the sound of that snare. And, of course, seeing as how there was no SJC toms, I decided to use the DW, as I mentioned before. Okay? So, I'm not going to go through the whole kit, but I'm just giving you an idea as to what you have to do in order to map the kit pieces to your eDrum or your drum module. All right? So, there you have it. That is Perfect Drums by Naughty Seal Audio. I hope you enjoyed these videos. Please subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Take care.